minute late, but we're live.
Man, that's looking red tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm frozen. Weird.
Oh, your image did?
Yeah, I'm completely frozen.
I'm going to remove you and put you back in. How about now?
Still frozen.
Okay. Back out yourself and then come in with that link again.
All right, hold on.
As usual, land of technical difficulties. Not a sponsor. Welcome back.
Thanks.
You were moving around before I set you in, so.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It just, the side picture went black. The one down below was just frozen. My camera light was off. It's like, okay.
Wow, your camera light was off, then I would assume that has something to do actually with your camera light, your camera.
Well, no, I
these
touched
things
the camera.
freeze all the time. Like, the more I use this, the more I find it freezes. So.
What's the game plan for tonight?
Oh, I don't go into the game plan. I'm just got. I'm just working on it, as much as I can to get done. Like I said in the description box that we're at a point really where I'm just fine tuning and starting the details. The only thing that I haven't put in that needs to be put in as an element is the trees. The last time I got some snow back here,
yeah,
I was really happy with that, and I was kind of worried that it would be really, really light, but it darkened up nice. Use a bigger filbert. Otherwise, we'll be here all night trying to just do a few little black spots. So I'm basically doing some transparent black where the clouds are darker or coming into the other smoke or whatever.
Yep.
The reference picture. This is pretty much all smoke above the fire.
Yeah.
But I'm using a picture of a burning house at night, or garage. Because that was all I could really find. Surprised you haven't been inspired to pick up paints again yet. Hello, Chad, and welcome.
Hey, you guys can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, yes. Once I add you I
okay.
Can.
Well, I got my microphone this time, and I got my setup in a different room so I can actually hear you without my headphones.
Oh, cool. Well, the headphones, sometimes if you don't use them, there'll be an echo.
Yeah.
So
I always got a lot of that with the headphones. still putting my desk back together. I literally just moved it like 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, I'm the last vendor there too, but I have everything set up. Believe it or not, I didn't. I typed the description box saying what I'm going to be doing tonight. I typed that at 4:30.
And well, then, yeah, you got a hold of me about that time today.
Yeah, I think that was just after, because like I got a hold of you while I was still on my walk because I saw you message me. I'm really lightly dragging this brush. I'm not really putting any pressure on it. Just kind of saturating it so that it thins the black into a translucent gray. And I'm really lightly dragging the brush across. Pretty much it's all its own weight.
Hey, friend.
It's raining, yeah. Alright, cool.
Oh, and he runs touch.
Oh.
Anyway. That. There, now you can see better.
What days does Eric need somebody, or is it just any day? Chad. I asked what days did Eric need somebody, or is it just any day?
Yeah, pretty much any days. I mean, you know him, he leaves early, so his booth is open most of the rest of the day. So he's kind of been wanting to fill the booths a little bit more often.
He's kind of on the what?
He wants to fill the booths a little bit more often later in the day because, most of us by like 4 or 5 o'clock we're gone. Basically, so
right.
I'm usually the last one there.
Well, I definitely wouldn't go all that way to sit there by myself.
I get that. Well, now that Colin's out of school, or he's graduated now, I could feel like I can work a little bit later and not be missing out on my family time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's hard stuff. Yes, we know you out there. Treating a family.
Yeah. Hi, Eli.
Good that, Joe. That's Chad. Yeah. Oh, he can't see you. He just was asking who that was.
You can hear him though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Joe's gonna be late because Joe picked up a little bit extra time on the shift or something. Oh, that's weird. I keep looking over and kind of getting lost a little bit because what I see on screen cuts off about 2.5 inches in the top of the painting. Kind of loses some of the dramatic effect in the sky because of it, but that's because you can't see the whole thing. Is it busy over there?
At shop?
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, as far as walk-ins and everything, it's been fairly busy. But I mean, we're getting to that time of the year where it's cancellations and no shows. But that's standard for about this time of year.
Why do people do that around this time of year?
Because kids going back to school.
Back to school. Yeah.
Holidays coming up, winter coming up, saving for heating oil, so on and so forth.
Back to school, Halloween and Christmas. Those are usually hard days to keep busy. But
yeah, those are the biggest ones.
Another factor is that a lot of people don't realize that their tattoo shops open for Christmas or whatever.
That's true.
That's actually why I stopped going in, because like on Christmas Day, after the kids open their gifts, everybody just goes their own way.
Kind of. Yeah.
So I'm like, I can go and put in some time on some customers or whatever. I do have a few customers that probably be excited to find that I was back in the shop.
Yeah.
I can't go like a full-time thing anyway though.
Yeah, like that like the woman that you did the Phoenix on, I forget her name.
Yeah, Andrea. Actually, she's been on here.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd be happy to hear you were back in the shop.
Yeah, I actually see her quite a bit. Or talk to her quite a bit. Not physically see her, like I'll talk to her online or whatever. So you can't see what I'm doing. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
Cool. It's much darker here, actually.
Yeah. It's actually kind of funny now, since we were talking about the headphones earlier. I can hear the music in the background now without the headphones on.
Well, it might be a tad bit louder than I normally play it anyway, because I turned it up because Brett was going to be working on whatever he needs to work on for school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I figured that would keep it from being absolutely dull and quiet with nobody around.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were going to show up then. You said something about 8:30, so you showed up a little earlier. Joe was talking about 9-ish.
Yeah, we were after I moved my desk. The internet box was on my desk, so we had to move things. We ended up having a couple of issues. Had to reconnect it a couple of times before it started working again. But I got a little. I was like, "Oh crap! I better let Rich know before he thinks I stood him up."
Yeah, I mean, never like you can always say you're not going to be here or whatever. But if you don't answer me, I don't know if you didn't get the message, don't want the message, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah, it kind of leaves it open-ended.
I guess I gotta leave that alone for a while now. Most expensive thing I'm going to have to replace for these paintings is the white. I end up putting enough on it so that I can use all that I need to use, and then throwing a bunch away because it didn't take me as much as I thought it was going to be to use.
I still got that pipe you gave me years ago, Rich.
What?
Remember that Gandalf pipe you gave me a long time ago?
Oh, the church warden?
Yeah, I still got it, right there. I don't display it much anymore. She's starting to get a little fragile.
Yeah, that Gandalf pipe. It's called a church warden. But it's a pipe that Tolkien used. So Gandalf inherited his creator's pipe. Back in those days, actually, if you'd had a pipe, it would probably been a clay pipe.
Yeah, that was something I had learned about pipes watching James Townsend's channel.
Oh yeah. Because they were easy to make. I mean, you can make a clay pipe in no time.
Yeah, and he had even touched on like if you were a lower income person and you smoked a pipe, and you would, like, if you were to share it with another person, they would break a small piece of the stem off before they gave it to the other person to smoke off it. Kind of like the old school wiping the frickin' pipe off before you take your puff.
I've done that with bottles, like if I was getting a drink of somebody's soda or whatever.
I never really felt like I had to do that if I was smoking a pipe with somebody. Like, if I was that worried about where their mouth has been, I wouldn't be smoking after them in the first place.
Yes, there's that. But I don't know if it makes it any less valid.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because, back in those times, there wasn't, AIDS and all kinds of crazy diseases. I mean, there was some, and there wasn't very, very good cures available for almost anything. But
yeah, fear was probably worse than the disease.
Or there wasn't really a cure anyway.
True.
That seems to be a popular theme there. So yeah, I guess cheers. I guess I could show you the sky, or I could show you the next piece of what I'm working on.
Too many computer screens today. Oh my goodness. Too many.
What?
Oh, I'm just staring at these computer screens, just doing stupid stuff. It's just tired.
Oh yeah, I get it. Eyes get tired.
It's one of those things where you know you're going to screw something up, and then students are just, oh, you know how when you're writing, you never want to give the reader a chance to put the book down?
Right.
Well, that's kind of how teaching is too. You never want to give a kid a chance to have a reason to, yeah. And it's just frustrating. Oh, I'm just tired. That's all. Once it's done, everything will be good. It's just getting there.
And I can sympathize with you, man. That's got to be one hell of a stressful job.
At times, but It's good. This year, I actually have a really nice schedule. Probably one of the best schedules I've had, just because.
So you created it?
No, department chairs don't get to.
Oh, no?
No, we can offer recommendations, but they routinely ignore them. Like 2 of the classes that I'm teaching, the previous department chair was going to give those to one of the new guys. And I don't know why, but administration decided no, and they gave them to me, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's a class I haven't taught, and it's a freshman class, but it's like our AP track freshmen. So, I mean, it's kind of a fun class for me. I like them. I've always liked freshmen, but I haven't taught freshmen in like 15 years. So it's just interesting. But no, it's as department chair, I get 2 prep periods. One's supposed to be for like department chair meetings and stuff, and the other one's my prep as a teacher. So I have 1 class, then I have a prep, then I have 1.5 classes, then I have lunch. Then I have half a class, and then my other prep. And I end up with 1 class of freshmen, which they're a good group, and then the class my son's in, which is an AP class. So I start strong, I get to end strong, I get plenty of breaks. Like, I really don't have anything to complain about. Not that I won't complain, though, because, as one does.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, my wife generally works. She's usually in the building by herself, and she complains about having to go to work. I'm like, what do you care? You can listen to whatever you want. You can organize your day however you want. I'm just like, you don't deal with customers. You don't deal with like hardly anyone. Like, it's like the perfect job.
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't mind being the last one out of the shop.
Yeah,
I mean, I get to, have some privacy with my client. I can listen to whatever I want to. I just sit and do my work, and I don't have to worry about anybody else's BS.
Yeah.
That's going to be a problem.
What's going to be a problem?
Well, I'm having problems, that's all. That's all I can say.
Rest is top secret.
So, I don't know what's necessarily going on. The problem is, originally, the learning management system that I use said you could have 50 students for free. And all you needed was an email address, so I made 4 of them, which is fine. And then one of them lapsed, whatever. And then I had to pay for one of them, which was fine. But I think the email that I used for it was my WGU email, and I don't think I have access to that anymore. Which really is going to be a bummer. I do not know how to fix that. And I got to figure out how to fix that.
Don't worry, guys. I'm still here, even though you see the empty chair.
Did Cat just say he bailed?
Oh, maybe I can do all of this.
Huh? What are you doing, you goofy dingo?
Oh. You know, if this had happened just last night, I wouldn't have that big of a problem.
Now, when you say just last night, you mean only last night?
Yes, literally, if it had been last night, it's not that big. I mean, the solution isn't that big of a deal, but it's like I'd rather it happen today than next. Like the sooner it happens, the better off it is. It's just trying to figure out. Oh God, that's. Ugh. I don't know. Because they started using it today, I'm kind of screwed if I can't get back into it. Not terribly, but doesn't really work all that well. Because I have another Moodle that I'm basically just keeping open because it's free and whatever. But, it's just more work. More of the stuff I just got done doing that I thought I was done with, and now I'm not.
Well, yeah, that could be a stuff.
So now I got to see if I can get my old laptop to open up. See if I can get access to my old email.
Okay. Huh? Comment.
Well, two people are watching. No, it says two people are watching. I have to qualify that every single time. You don't know who that was, but are you alright?
What?
That was me.
I don't know who that was, but are you alright?
That was me. Sorry. Self-medicating. My trip. anybody want a giant Carnage Funko Pop?
What?
A giant Carnage Funko Pop.
That's good. It definitely will.
Yeah, it's one of the big ones. Yeah, I'll show you.
Hold on.
It's pretty big.
Nope, it's pretty big.
Yeah. Compare that next to a tall boy Twisted Tea. He's taller than that is. Yeah. If you want them, Rich, for you or Eli or whatever, I'll set them aside for you.
Eli don't really play with toys like that.
No?
Mostly what Eli's into is YouTube. He likes his iPad, YouTube. He does some find a word stuff and some like puzzle type stuff.
Oh yeah. So he likes crosswords and word find it and stuff like that.
Not crosswords, but word find it. Like you circle the word.
Yeah.
He likes them. He likes like puzzles. Like you put together a picture puzzle. But
yeah.
He's kind of particular on which puzzles he likes. So.
Well, yeah, it's with puzzles. It's all about the image, right?
Well, I would agree, except for you saw some of the puzzles that he chose. You're like, what? We never really cared. It's just about whatever he likes, because it's just such a rare thing for him to pick something like that.
Yeah.
We were at the Farnsworth and he saw a watercolor painting that he really liked. It was the first time I'd seen him stare at a painting.
Wow.
He likes mine, but he's impatient with them. He's like, almost done? Like, no. Only got 72 more layers to go. I wish we were almost done, bud. You gotta stick around after the show for a few minutes, Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta ask you some questions.
All right.
Questions that I don't want to ask on the air.
Gotcha. General questions, or do I have a pretty good idea of what you want to talk to me about?
Probably.
Okay. I kind of figured that's what you meant.
Yeah, it's nothing major. But just some questions that may not want to be public domain.
Oh, I'll be right back. And I think I'll have fixed all my problems and life will be good again. So just give me a minute.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's a good sign. I gotta get some different size drums out there. I need one that's just a little bit smaller than what I'm using. I guess, yeah, that's done. It's a long-handled one.
Yeah, hey folks, if you're watching and you're in the comments, come on, man. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
Well, there's two people that is claiming watching. Notice how I qualified that with it's claiming he's watching. Yeah, I've got a fine lining brush, but I don't want to use that until way near the end. It's funny, it's acrylics and it should dry fast, but I'm finding some of it just doesn't.
Yeah. My experiences working with acrylics, what little bit there is, I would have to agree. Some of them dry quick, some just don't. takes like 15-20 minutes.
So what are you working on?
Well,
Anything
right
just sitting your desk up?
right at the moment, yeah, we're pretty much cleaning up my disaster area. I'm here-ish, I'm drying, but losing steam. I'm happy with everything I got to work on today. Oh.
Here, make it.
Rich, did you see what Joe said?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it right now.
Okay. I just got back.
I'm glad he's here. So,
did you see my shirt today? It's got my face on it. Amazing. Because you gotta have merch.
I wouldn't subject the general public to mine.
What, you mean 2 times my face? Isn't, better?
I've got an Iron Maiden shirt on, so it makes me look a little prettier.
Oh. It's kind of a blessing that I can fix these problems that I'm having tonight. I mean, I could be upset by the problems, but the fact that I could fix them, I think, you got to praise God for some of those things. So,
right? But some of it ain't you that's fixing it, right? Divine inspiration.
Well, that's just like, the car broke down in Columbus last weekend, and it's not fixed, but it is fixed. It's fixed, but not. Basically, they needed to reset a scan, not a scanner, but something, and
a sensor.
Sensor. Thank you.
Yeah.
So they needed to reset a sensor, and there are other things that, they're like, it probably needs a new serpentine belt, I think. But it's not necessarily right now. They're just other things they found that they could work on. I'm like, oh, you mean more money? But
tell you what, if your serpentine belt goes.
Well, between Friday night and
needs a bigger thing.
And Saturday night, I think we dropped about $2,000 on this car. Between getting a car rental so Rhonda could get home, all this stuff. I mean, it's just on one hand, it really sucks. But on the other hand, I'm like, the fact that we can pay it and my electricity is going to stay on and my cable's going to stay on, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I've been I've been homeless, so I know what I'm talking about when I say, oh, this is kind of nice that I can actually handle this problem.
Yeah, I've been homeless before. I can definitely sympathize with that one. Yeah.
All right. Fixed it.
He was informing me his mom tripped on his plug. So it's not tripped on the plug, it's tripped on Danny plug.
All right, everything is now fixed. Yeah, if this had happened last night, I would have been like, oh, I'll just use the one profile that I don't really need anymore. I could have just switched, but because I started using it this morning, I'm pretty much locked in. But now it's all fixed.
Good.
I'm glad I checked. Wasn't going to mess with it tonight. Glad I checked. Because that would have been a massive bummer tomorrow morning. So, Rich, what's the story of this girl? She's a arsonist with a sword? What?
Damn, that's him.
Like, I'm getting strong. He cheated on me vibes. And I burnt his house down. I may have decapitated him as well.
That's possible. Story is they'll have no fury. I don't know if there's meant to be a particular story. It's enough of a story to know that she's a badass. Why, you want to write something for her?
What?
I said, why? You want to write something for her?
No, I just, I mean, obviously something is going on. She doesn't look like she's running away, but at the same time, she's obviously left.
She's not running away.
She looks cool, calm, and collected, man. So, if she came from the fire, it kind of makes it look like she started said fire. And she's okay with that. Like, she's off to set some more.
Something like that, considering there's firelight on the front of her, too.
Yeah.
can come up with a specific story for her.
Oh, I just wondered. And it was quiet, so
Right?
I've been.
No, that's a fair question. I just this is a part of a set. Like it's instead of a triptych, it's going to be a 4-piece set. And I've got plans, but it's imagery. It's like it tells a story. Yeah, she definitely left that place in ruins. Did she start the fire? Did she knock over a brazier that was there? Or I never know. Unless I was contracted to write the story, I don't think I'd go that far into it. I was just thinking, what would a cool woman warrior look like in the wintertime? I wanted to not do Red Sonja, but give the idea that there's more of that type of warrior out there.
Yeah.
Red Sonja is kind of too easy because she's like everywhere these days as far as comics go.
Yeah.
They're having her. They have her like as a lover of Vampirella, but nowhere in Howard's stories did he make her a lesbian. She just said she'd never sleep with anyone that couldn't defeat her. She didn't specify girl or guy. She just said no one. I suppose I could go back and look at the actual text. So,
Rich, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
not the third one. I didn't like the second one, so.
Well, third one is the worst one of the trilogy in my humble opinion.
Okay. I could see that. Yeah, I could see it was kind of going that way.
But I know that Marvel kind of told James Gunn he had to use Adam Warlock. But I swear to God, he must have been like, all right, fine, I'll use him. So no one else can ever again, because I'm going to make him just stupid. And I don't know if that...
Look at what they've done with the different incarnations of Spider-Man and the different incarnations of the Hulk. So, never again. That's kind of. It's kind of
you know how Eric July often talks about how a lot of these companies, they're not really fans of comic books, and sometimes I wonder if some of these directors are just. It's their revenge for having to work on a comic book movie. Like, they want the money.
James Gunn's running DC now as far as the DCU.
Yeah.
So I doubt highly it's that, but remember he was all basically he was ostracized because he made comments alluding to the fact that it was okay to date children.
Well, yeah,
so
I think
maybe it's about him being ostracized and now he's got some power.
It could be. I don't know. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of that might have been taken out of context, but
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, again, I
I'd
can't.
have to look up the quote again, and I'm pretty sure that quote was pretty clear.
Yeah, again, I remember seeing something about the quote, but I also think it was a bit of dark humor, or it could be construed that way.
Yeah, that's why he's still working. But
Right, I'm just saying I don't know if that's what it was. So there are things in my youth that I have said that I've taken out of context and or taken
there are things that I
seriously.
said in my youth that are taken in context, it could be bad because things were different then. And you could say a lot of stuff that didn't get back to you because you said it.
Yeah.
Plus, when we were young, well, I was young anyway, there was no internet, so there was no internet to not forget. And I'm sure that there are people who haven't forgotten, you know what I mean? But there's no posts that I made or shit that I didn't know was never going to disappear.
Well, there's some stuff. That's like my son found old Facebook posts of mine. They were all these communist slants of various companies like Apple and Twitter and stuff. And I forget what it was. It was some kind of censorship thing that I thought was absolute BS. So I had posted several of these, and my son found them, and he just thinks they're hilarious. I was like, it's a bit of protest.
That the DOJ fined Elon Musk.
What about Elon Musk?
The DOJ, Biden's DOJ.
Oh, yeah.
Fined Elon Musk because he wouldn't hand over Trump's private messages.
Yeah. Which I would think that would, I mean, they can find them all they want. You fight it off in court. I'd question how in the hell they have the authority for that. But,
well, the thing is, the court gave them a court order. But there's a lot of Democratic judges.
You can always appeal it, though. I mean, until it goes up to the Supreme Court, there's always one more step. And if you got the money for it, which Elon does.
Yeah, it was like $34,000. Wasn't probably.
I think it was like $350,000.
Well, even if it was, that wasn't a whole lot to Musk. In comparison, anyway.
I'm just saying, if I was Musk and I had money like that, I would be like, yeah, well, I see you're fine, but I'm going to appeal because I can pay my lawyers.
Oh, yeah, he probably is, but
or you can just pay it like, I don't care.
Whether or not he appeals it, they still find him. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
That's like the whole impeachment shit with Trump. Just because you bring him up on impeachment doesn't mean he's impeached.
Well, he is impeached. He just was never convicted.
That's what I'm saying. That's a conviction thing.
Well, yeah, but they voted for impeachment. He was impeached. Just like Clinton was impeached. But they weren't removed from office because the Senate basically didn't find either one of them super guilty. Trump they found absolutely not guilty, which is good because, they impeached him for what Biden has done and is doing. So it's kind of weird like that.
In short, they impeached him for bullshit. Just like this whole persecution thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
They've been literally persecuting him since he won the election, since before he won the election, since he was the main runner. They've been trying to prove that he's done something wrong or shouldn't be in office or whatever. So they started before he was in office.
Yeah.
And they haven't stopped yet. That is persecution. You didn't get him on anything, you couldn't get him on anything, now you're making shit up, and now the thing that you couldn't get him on, now you're trying to get him on that again. That's kind of double jeopardy.
Well, there's an argument for that jeopardy had already attached during the impeachment, and since he was acquitted, he can't be charged. There's a legal theory on that. There are lots of legal theories, and there are a lot of people that say this prosecution is absolutely terrifying if it actually were to go through.
Yeah, it's a persecution. It is definitely the same thing as fucking the Soviets did. And
well, it's not even just he did the same thing. Like, I don't think he did what Biden's doing, but they accused him of it. But like the mountains of evidence about the Bidens, they're like, oh, well, that's unsubstantiated. But we have to make things up for Trump, so we have to lie to the FISA court, all that kind of stuff. Got to do all these kind of lies because Trump's the evil one, but he's so dumb. He's smart because he can hide all the evidence. It's like, really? I mean, Trump can at least say, you know, hey, yeah, the Secret Service stayed at my motel or my hotel, so I charged the government. Whereas Biden, I got $20 million from China because I was selling something. You know, it's like, what? The Bidens didn't have anything but access. That's the only thing they could sell. So how in the world does that get a pass? But Russia collusion, we're going to make a whole bunch of crap up. That somehow...
Oh, yeah, even the Steele dossier was made up. It was fully admitted to be made up, and they still use it as evidence.
Or when Hillary Clinton has a court order, you know, to not destroy evidence. And so what does she do? She and her cronies go out and smash all the phones. I mean, it's just... when they talk about a two-tier justice system, it's like, well, how can you figure it's not? When you can see Hillary, nothing happens to her, and she clearly has broken the law, but it's Hillary. We're going to give her a pass. Right. Trump, on the other hand, we're going to make shit up and prosecute him for it because, well, he's evil.
And prosecute him because we don't think he is peaceful.
Well, that was one of the things that kind of... Because when he got the nomination originally, I just thought, oh, dear God. We have Hillary Clinton or Hillary Clinton light. Because I really thought Trump was just going to be Clinton light. He hung out with the Clintons. You know, I'm like, oh, great. It's the same. It's the mono party.
He's so prejudiced that he hung out with Rosa Parks and...
Oh, I know. A whole bunch of black athletes and stuff. Oh, yeah, Tyson.
He wanted his private jet out to take black people in need to hospitals and stuff like that. Not even wanting credit for it. But yet, certain other government officials, like the current administration, want credit for stuff that they didn't even do.
I am not going to be able to do all this stuff. Yeah, it's this time of year when
Get a close up on it.
I have to set everything up. It just takes forever.
She's definitely light haired, but you can't tell whether she's strawberry blonde or not.
I am digging these colors, man.
Yeah, it's the color scheme that really attracted me to the whole thing. The whole idea of doing winter as a persona. I guess that's the story.
All right.
Well, I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but thinking about it now. It's like the ravages of winter, right?
Well,
would that place be burnt down if it wasn't winter time? If they weren't burning, braziers in every corner. Well, it's supposed to be brazier, not brazier, but it spelled so close to brazier. But sometimes, that's where my brain goes.
oh, that's just all kinds of messed up.
What's that?
Well, so what I have to do, because the school doesn't actually have a learning management system, so I use, like I got one, so it does wonders. And to be fair, the school used to have it, then they decided they didn't want to use it anymore because reasons, and so we don't have one at all. Even though it was quasi-free to have, because if you have your own server, you can host it yourself, and it stays all within house. It's kind of nice. But they got rid of it, so then I had to go out and find my own. But I use the school's information to populate the learning management system. And this girl's email, which is normally their username as well, it doesn't match. And so I have a feeling tomorrow I'm going to have, because I will have forgotten by tomorrow morning, and she won't be able to get into the program, and I'll have to fix it. But that's okay. That's a problem for tomorrow me, not for tonight me.
That must be kind of difficult.
There are some times you just have to say, sorry, future me, but I'm going to screw you over. Because there's really nothing that future me can do about it. And part of the problem really is I don't trust myself. Like, I don't trust that I can get it done during my prep periods. Because as soon as you...
Because you know yourself?
Well, no, I think I can get it done. But that's when you end up not being prepared because you didn't get it done. And then you got to punt, and that's never fun. So... just rather get it done tonight, at least as much done tonight as I can, so that tomorrow it looks like, you know, I'm prepared and know what I'm doing.
So it looks like it?
Yeah, looks like it. That's it. There are plenty of times where I'm just like, I have no idea.
Right. Can't sell them that though.
Oh, let's see if we can get some pupper in the video.
Here. Come here. Come here, biscuit. Come on.
Oh, yes. There's the dog. There's a pretty girl. Yeah. There you go. There you go. No. Go. Lay down.
What to do?
So I'm putting these students into my system, right? And I think this girl is the daughter of one of my students. Like one of my former students. Like I'm not that old.
Well, you know, it happens to us all. I've tattooed 3 generations.
Dang it. That'll put some more white in my beard. My goodness. Yeah, because I was thinking it was the granddaughter of a family I know, and I had the daughter in class, and I'm looking at the date and doing the math and thinking, holy crap, no, this is the daughter of the student I had, not the grandparents, apparently. Because I knew she'd gotten pregnant. Wow. Man, do I feel old. That's just a kick in the teeth at the beginning of the night. My goodness. Oh well. I suppose that's the goal. Get old.
To live to get old? Yeah. Unless you're a gangster rapper.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Tupac's still alive and kicking it?
I'm not saying that they're all going to die. I'm saying they all want to die.
Wow.
When I first started tattooing in Michigan, that's pretty much how I made money in my apprenticeship. Gang guys came in and basically put me to work doing little tattoos at 21, because the thing is, they don't expect to make it to 21.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, we were making $100 a pop tattooing a big Old English 2 and a 1. Which, you know, you can't blame us for doing that. But it wasn't a theory that I ever thought was, hey, this is the way I live. I plan to get old. I plan to be that old warrior sitting on a throne with a heavy crown. Either that or Wardolph and Statler.
Yeah.
Two old Muppets up in the balcony. And start the show. We haven't left yet. I guess Joe must have pooped out.
What?
So I guess Joe must have pooped out.
Okay.
Warga. Said he was getting tired and we're down one in the numbers. Okay, because he's doing me. Thanks for calling. I'm gonna go potty. Well, she stands out a little bit now, huh? So weird. Like the light picks it up. See the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like turning this other light off. Let's see if it might. Sometimes it does.
Oh.
See, it's kind of it's a tone in between what you're seeing now and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. On screen, that's quite a difference.
It is quite a difference. And then I put this other light on, and it picks up a lot of glare, so it creates.
Kind of picks up on the highlights.
Well, see, when I put my hand over it, see how the clouds darken?
Oh yeah. Yeah, right over the hilt area.
Yeah, they're darker throughout all of this right here than what they appear on screen. I'm not going to overdo that too much because I'm going to do a lot of little ones on those trees.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight, though. I think I've got 2 hours in. It's getting pretty close. I'm going to have to tape the edges of the sword so I can get a real good, clean edge of the blade. But
yeah,
I think that's going to be for next time. I got to let some stuff really, really dry.
Yeah. You ever use a blending medium when you paint, Rich? Just that.
You mean this?
Okay. Well, yes and no, I guess. Hold on a minute.
Well, I'm using Golden Opens.
This is the one that I got.
That's Liquitex, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's a
slow dry blending gel.
Right. Mostly I use on this painting. I haven't used any of the thinner, which is basically the same thing because these paints dry slowly anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm thinning them down with water where I need to be thin so that they dry faster so that I can work on them the next layer.
Yeah.
The answer is yes, I do sometimes, but not on this painting. This painting is pure paint and water. Actually, I don't think I've actually laid much for paint without using a wet brush or water mixed in. Yeah, this is like she stands out now, but I'm gonna, after I get the trees in the background done and I get the sword edge done and all that, the basics there, make sure that the footprints look a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
I've got to put some blues in here to echo the sky.
Yeah.
But only so much of it because the kind of whole point to this with the color scheme going from the blue to the purple pink. Which is ironic because it's mostly warm colors, but it represents winter and snow, and you can tell that, but it's still mostly warm colors.
Yeah.
So, only a little bit to do on the bottoms, and I think I'm gonna throw some licks of flame across the castle too. can't do too much because it's supposed to be really far away.
Yeah.
But I want to do some yellow in the windows to represent firelight going on in the windows.
Yeah.
I got to be careful because these are supposed to be really big trees, and it just right now kind of just looks odd with this size difference.
Yeah.
That'll populate that forest a lot more too, so maybe that'll use a trick. But I want it to look like the whole winter trees don't have any foliage on them, so we can kind of thin and bare and sparse. Originally, it was supposed to be evergreens, and I might end up going back to that. I don't know how it's going to play out, but I'm going to do a bare branch first and see if that still looks really weird with the castle being where it is, and if so, the top end of it's going to be a forest. The city, no, that's evergreen. Getting there. We don't want to take away from her, so I want enough so you can see the trees are marking down. But all right, so no joke tonight at all. He said he was going to be coming later, and I thought he was going to be coming later. I must have turned the brand off. Oh, it's not there. Why is it not there? Oh, there it is. Alright, so I'm going to thank everyone for coming. I'm going to be done with this for now. If you like, hit like, subscribe, share, help grow the channel. Talk more if you're watching. Brett, thanks for being here. Chad, thanks for being here.
Peace.
Good night. God bless. Love you all.